Hey guys, hi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sitting outside because my little boy is playing out there in the sun, so I have to keep an eye on him. But otherwise, how have you guys been? I know it has been a while. As you know, sometimes life happens. Sometimes it can get tough trying to balance family, work, hobbies like this and other things. But I'm so grateful, I'm so glad to be back. And for all of you who are here watching, thank you so much. To all the newcomers, I say karibuni. This is a channel where we take it easy, a channel where we get to chat and catch up with each other. Nothing much, nothing stressful. So let's have a chat. Today, I just want to chat about something. I want to chat about our diva. If you're from Uganda, when I say that, I know most people can understand what I mean by that. So I'm going to chat about our diva, Juliana Kanyomozi. She's one of the most adored, most loved Ugandan musicians. And for most Ugandans, Juliana Tasovia, you know. So 2 days ago, a couple of days ago, she posted a small clip on her Facebook page, and then she did the same. She posted on her Instagram, and I can tell you, as soon as I saw that, I flew to her YouTube channel, and I'm sure other people did the same. And the reason I did that was because she has been so quiet for such a long time. We haven't heard from her. Of course, we've had a few things here when she had her baby, and with that also she really surprised us, you know. The one thing I like about her, which I wish I could also have, is the way she moves in silence. You know, she's not like some of us whereby any small thing with your life, it is out there. You're planning to do this, you spread it out there. No, Juliana moves in silence. I think she must be a Capricorn, because usually Capricorns are the ones who do their things like that. They move in silence and then they just surprise you, you know, like how she surprised us with the baby. Yeah, so she posted this, it's a maybe 15 minutes YouTube video. So she talks about her experience from 2019 until now, how she found out that she was pregnant, she was expecting a baby, and how she used to pinch herself. She was like, oh my God, is it real? Is there something? I am really carrying something special, you know? And she talks about how her family and her had prayed so much for this moment. And we are happy for you, Juliana. We're really happy for you, and I'm sure it's not only me. I think there are many other Ugandans too who have been praying for you, who have wanted this for you for so long, and we all thank God that it just finally happened. Enjoy the moment. Take care of your cute little guy. We wish you all the best, you know. And then in that video, she mentions a couple of things here and there, and I was really touched, and some of the things I could truly relate with. First of all, she says she left Uganda for Canada around the time when Corona was coming up. Corona was still in China. They were writing about it. I actually remember at that time they were writing about it even in the newspaper, but people were not paying attention. And I remember that was around the time Kobe Bryant also passed on, you know, but people were paying more attention to his death than to the corona. Nobody was really giving corona attention. It was like something very alien, very far away, not knowing this thing was coming near and very close. So she says she goes to Canada. Suddenly she settles in, she finds an apartment and all those things. And as she was settling in, she was expecting that her sister would join her and the father of Tai would join her. But before they could do that, it was a complete lockdown. You all know how that lockdown happened. And you guys, you know how lockdown treated us and how the whole world panicked. And actually, let me give a little bit of my own experience. I remember when when the lockdown was happening, Corona was spreading so fast, it was killing so many people in Italy, and they were showing all those things on TV. My boyfriend really, really panicked. Immediately, he said the kids should stop going to school even before the schools were locked down in Denmark. And then he used to, sorry about the noise, there's a bus behind me. And then when he was the only one going to the supermarket, he didn't allow any of us to go to the supermarket, you know. That is how bad it was. He was the only one going to the supermarket, and when he came back with our goods from the supermarket, he would put water with jig, yeah, and wash all these things. And then sometimes some of the things we were spreading them in the sun and all that. So basically, Corona really caused a panic. So she says, sorry about the background noise. So she says the sister couldn't come, the father of the baby couldn't come, and she was caught up there alone. And I couldn't imagine what it was for her, you know. And then also she says it was very hard. She used to cry sometimes because she missed home, she missed her family. And then she says she has developed another level of respect for some of us who have lived out of home, who live abroad for over 10 years, 12 years, 20 years. And surely for me, I have been in Denmark for over 12 years. So I could totally relate with what she was. I remember when I first moved to Denmark, the first 1 year, the first 2 years, I used to cry. I used to cry. I used to miss my family. But luckily for me, that time, after 2 years of living in Denmark, my late brother, Billy, joined me. So that made things very, things better, you know. It's very important to have family. It's very important to have somebody with whom you can speak the same language and communicate. But also they usually say when you move to a foreign country, the first 1 year is the toughest. The second year is also the toughest. So once you make it through the first 1 year and 2 years, then you can always be able to manage the coming years. But what makes it so hard the first 1 and 2 years is because you are literally plucked away from the environment you are used to. You are literally plucked away from the system you're used to. And it's even made worse for some of us who move to countries that don't speak English, that don't speak our mother tongue, and then we have to start from scratch to learn a new language. You know, the hardest thing is to be in a gathering of people. For example, when you're invited for dinners or parties, and then you're all sitting on the table, people are chatting, people are laughing, and then you're the only one there with a glass of wine or whatever you're drinking, and you're like, or sometimes just put a fake smile. It's very, very hard because you feel left out, you feel out of place, you know. And then also Juliana talks about that recently she lost a few relatives, an auntie, is it an uncle also during this period of Corona. And it's very sad, and I could also relate to that because I've also lost a couple of family friends. I've lost a couple of relatives to Corona, and actually less than a month ago, my mother also had Corona. I can tell you, we went into a full swing panic, you know. But on the other hand, we kept praying. We knew God. There's no other greater power than the power of God. It's only God who can heal such things. We really, all of us, me and my siblings, I remember we were in WhatsApp group, and the silence, the panic, and all the things, we were just praying. But thank God, my mother, she overcame it and became better. However, I still feel sad, you know, for my country, because the medical care is not free. The medical care is very expensive. I have heard stories of people who have been admitted because of Corona, and by the time they leave the hospital, their bill is so huge. Like, I just can't imagine or understand how the government can accept that, especially the private hospitals. It's like the private hospitals are literally ripping the citizens, you know. It's like stealing money from citizens. It's like private hospitals in Uganda. It's not so much about taking care of people, not the well-being of people. For me, it's like, yes, it is a business, but a business to what extent? How much more money do you want to make from people's misery, you know? And also, I've had the bill when you're in the hospital, if you're lucky you make it out alive, the bill is so huge. And then some people are losing their loved ones. And once their loved ones die, especially in this government, the private hospitals, sometimes a bill of over 100,000 Ugandan shillings. 100,000 million Ugandan shillings you're being charged before they can release the body of your loved one for burial. 100,000, guys, that is insane. 100,000 is over 200,000 Danish kroner. Even in Denmark, this country where people at least there's minimum wage, people can afford most things. Even in Denmark, that cannot happen. You know, not so many people will afford that kind of money. You know, so it's just that moment of cry, my beloved country. I cry for my country. I feel for my country. I pray and look forward to that time where we will have a heart of taking care of each other and not have to pay so much. That state whereby people are not so money-minded, where we are more or less like taking care of each other, making sure each one is okay. Somebody falls sick, how do we help? Do we heal this and all that, you know? So those are moments when I think about home, I kind of feel sad. Yeah, but anyway, back to Juliana. She says when she arrived in Canada, she didn't tell so many people. She was very quiet about it. And then she says after settling, she didn't tell most of her friends because she likes to do things by herself. It was later after she had settled in, then a few friends here and there she told, and then she says the hospitals there were very kind, were very nice, you know, but that's understandable. Most of the hospitals in the Western world, the care in the hospital is always very good. The nurses are nice, the doctors are nice, and all that. Although sometimes there have been a few instances whereby women of color have complained that the care was not so good, because sometimes we black people, sometimes even if we get very sick, sometimes because we don't change color, sometimes it can be so hard for people to see, you know. That will be a topic for another day. But she also talks about being scared of taking cabs because she was scared of getting corona, and I totally understand. We all went through that phase. We all went through that phase whereby we couldn't touch anything. We were scared. You stood in the bus, you're like, oh my God, what am I touching? I remember my little sister used to literally wear gloves when she went on public transport, or when she was in public places. She had sanitizer, she had gloves. So if she was going to stand in the bus, if she was going to touch some surface, she would literally sanitize that place. So we all went through that process. We all went through that craziness. But anyway, thank God now where we have reached, the corona has got a little bit down, and most people now are understanding what corona is. We understand how to take care of ourselves. And the most important is now they've come vaccines. Actually, I was vaccinated a little over a month ago, although I know there are also very many people who are very skeptical about vaccination, but I would say, please take those vaccinations. Take the vaccinations, you know, because history has shown, also from research, we have seen that there have been more benefits to vaccination than not vaccinating. Polio has literally almost been eliminated because of vaccination. So think through that. When you start to say, oh, this vaccination is not good, this and that, think through it. You know, most of us as babies, our parents had us vaccinated against measles, whooping cough, and all these kind of things, and we are okay. Of course, that is not to say that some people don't react to vaccination. There are people who are allergic. I look at it like some people are allergic to certain things, some people are allergic to certain foods, so there will be a certain percentage of people who will get a reaction from this vaccination. But otherwise, I say get vaccinated. Let's take care of each other. Let's sanitize. Let's social distance. Let's continue to wear our masks, and let's take care of each other. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, remember to subscribe, remember to invite all your friends. Let's grow the group. Let's continue to chat. Let's continue to catch up. Let's continue to have it easy. No stress. Have a lovely day. Bye.